Ford GT500 versus Impala 7.0. When style provokes fury, the legends awaken. There are cars that were born to appear, and there are cars that were born to surprise. The height of the muscle car era, cheap gas, big ego, and plenty of horses. On the streets, America roared with 7-liter engines, and that year, two giants crossed the same asphalt. On one side, the Ford GT500 Eleanor, the creation of Carroll Shelby. A Mustang dressed as a legend, a symbol of speed and vanity. On the other, the Chevrolet Impala SS 427, a colossus of steel and style, heavy, elegant, and with a heart that beat like an earthquake. And before the smoke rises, get going, partner. Leave a like to show that snoring is still worth more than silence. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because here, the engine doesn't stop. The Shelby, the legend born under Hollywood lights. Carroll Shelby didn't make cars, he created monsters. Eleanor wasn't just a Mustang, it was the definition of American perfection. Engine 428 Police Interceptor, 355 horsepower of tuned fury, a V8 that roared like thunder and drove like lightning. It was the car that made the asphalt respectable. It made the air heavy just by starting the engine. On the track, the GT500 didn't run, it paraded. He was arrogant, it was beautiful, and he knew it. Shelby said the GT500 was a wild horse in a suit, and he didn't lie. With over 400 real horses hidden under the name 355, Eleanor even fooled stopwatches. The first Mustang was born there and wasn't just a car, it was a character. While the world looked at the Mustang, Eleanor looked straight ahead, as if to say, I was born to win. And it was no surprise. The GT500 was the first Mustang prepared directly by Shelby American, the car that turned the Mustang name into an icon. The name Eleanor came later because of the film 60 Seconds, but the car was already a legend before the cameras. The 428 Police Interceptor engine was underestimated on paper, 355 HP, but in real tests, it delivered more than 400 HP, which left a lot of competition behind. It was the first Mustang with a functional double air intake and integrated spoiler, which helped with stability. Shelby said the GT500 was a wild horse with a tie, elegant but brutal. The Impala, the sleeping giant. But Chevrolet never liked to be left behind. The 1967 Impala wasn't a sports car, it was a force of nature, a family car with a racing soul, V8 427 7.0 liters. In the L36 version, 385 horses of pure mechanical honesty, a monster disguised as calm. He didn't need to prove anything until someone pokes the giant, and that night, when Eleanor purred across the floor, the Impala has awakened. And the Impala was second to none. The 1967 SS was a landmark, Chevrolet luxury, with the heart of a Corvette beating under the hood. It was one of the first sleepers in history. On the outside, a family car. Inside, a drag monster. The 1967 model had the new full-size B-body chassis, redesigned to handle the absurd torque of the big blocks. The L7.2 version was so rare that many sellers at the time didn't even advertise it because the car scared off ordinary buyers. And yes, you could leave the dealership with air conditioning, an AM radio, and a racing engine under the hood. The first duel, the king shows the rules. The track was wet, the air is heavy, the two engines growling low, signal lights up. The Mustang took off first, clean, precise, full of ego. The Impala responded, but the weight took its toll. The GT500 opened up space like a hunting predator. The public cheered. The legend confirmed what everyone knew. Eleanor ordered. The Ford 28 roared to the cutoff, and the Impala stayed behind, swallowing smoke. The revenge, the awakening of 427 L72. But who knows the Impala? You know he doesn't sleep twice. The next day, the ground shook differently. The same SS returned to the track, but under the hood, a new heartbeat. Goodbye, L36. Welcome, L72. The same 427, now with 425 horsepower. High flow head, aggressive control, and a snore that made Eleanor seem shy. When the traffic light flashed, the world stopped. The second round, the asphalt breathed smoke. Eleanor lets go again, screaming like a wild animal. But this time, the Impala doesn't move. He releases hell. Tires melt, the rear sways, and the giant advances like a missile from Detroit. The GT500 tries to hold on, but the 427 comes spitting fire, pushing almost 2 tons with the force of a hurricane. In the middle of the track, they are side by side, and when the Impala shifts into 4th gear, the story changes. The wild horse looks to the side and sees a Titan passing by. The public doesn't believe it. The floor vibrates. The impossible happened. The Impala passed the Eleanor. The silence after the fury. The two stop, engines boiling, the smell of rubber and glory in the air. Eleanor breathes loudly, like someone who respects. The Impala lets the silence tremble. It's not arrogance, it's pride. Because on that day, the king yielded a lesson. Never underestimate the weight of history. The Mustang may be a legend, but the Impala proved that strength lives in silence, that even giants can awaken. Respect is the fuel. This is Namara with Opala, where respect is the fuel and snoring is prayer. If this duel made your heart race, leave a like, partner. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because here the engine never cools down. And share this video with that friend who keeps saying what old car doesn't run, so he can see what real torque is. And comment there. Which roar moves you the most? That of the legend Shelby or the giant Impala 427?